Good morning, boys and girls. I'm still a bit sleepy, but it was a good night. I arrived to this little village. I didn't stay in the village that you saw last night. I actually continue because to get to the mosque there, you had to leave the road and there was a hill to do in between. I didn't bother, so I continue. I actually cycle about an hour into the dark and I arrived to this other little village. There were a couple of opportunities to camp before, but I could see some lights and I was like, let's keep going, and it was good. I arrived here. I didn't want to disturb too much. It's mostly Pakistani people living here and working here. And but yeah, we had a little chat. I arrived at the mosque. There was the night prayer. I talked to the imam. Was giving some dates. They asked me if I wanted food, but obviously they had just eaten and I didn't want them to make food for me. So yeah, I told them no, I'm okay, and I eat some of the stuff I had, and they gave me a plate of dates and it was great. There is water. Behind me there is a toilet. Could charge my phone for the night. It was a bit bright because there are lights on the side of the building, but I was a bit tired yesterday, so fell asleep immediately. 8:30, back on the road. Another day alive, another day in Oman. Looks like a great day to die, guys. Great day to die. Also, great place to die, I would say. Living this tiny village, and now I understand a little better these tiny villages, because I couldn't really. There were few houses, few lights, and but talking to the man, I understand. None of these properties are owned by Oman people, by Omanis. They are all owned by Emirates for some reason, people from the UAE. And the people that actually live here are just the workers. And they are all from Pakistan. And the imam was also from Pakistan. What a ride! What a start of the morning! What a view! This morning we start downhill. That's why I cycled 1 hour into the dark last night, because there were 2 longish climbs and then I could see the road was going down for a while. And I was like, I'd rather do the longish climbs when it's fresh in the night and start have an easy start in the morning. Oh wow, a little bit of flat. A little valley to cross. Look at the donkey. Wildlife in Oman. Donkeys everywhere. Another flat segment. Not up and down, but fairly flat. Before leaving town, I bought some ice. And I'm gonna fill 2 thermos only with ice. So whenever I need cold water, I can fill them with water. And in this thermos, the ice, if there is no water inside, it will stay 2 days, even if it's really hot. A can of Coke costs 25 cents. They say 250. Not as cheap as Qatar, for example, but or UAE. I think also in UAE was a little cheaper, but still. So it's like 55 euro cents for a can of Coke, or other Pepsi, Sprite, Mountain Dew, whatever. They all cost 250. 1 kilo of ice, reasonable, I think. 88 cents. 400 40 cents Omani, which is 88 cents of a euro. Then water you find quite easily, especially on the main roads, because there are lots of tap waters outside houses and mosques. They have a filter usually. Sometimes it's even chilled. Sometimes. Let's hope I can sit in my kiddies. Probably I can't, no? Waiting for my drive-through because it opened at 6 p.m. The dine-in. I don't understand why they have to impose Ramadan on everybody. Because there are also lots of Muslims that they don't do Ramadan now because either they're traveling or women, if they have menstruation, for example, they don't have to do it. Kids don't have to do it. So why would you impose the McDonald's to be closed until 6? Or all the other cafes and restaurants? It's these I don't understand. That's where the McDonald's is now. In my belly and in the trash. And yeah, McDonald's is there. And I've eaten my McDonald's here, not too shabby. Now I'm gonna chill a little bit here until there is the shadow. An hour or two, and then I'll hit the road again. Alright, let's leave town. What time is it? 2:22. I'm following this guy. He invited me to his place. That's his compound, I guess. That's actually a henna tree. This is a place in the city where they have this spring and people can sit and put their feet in the water. And there's many different trees. I've seen some mango trees as well, lemon trees, and here it's very fresh, very fresh. My host is swimming and I'm dipping my feet. The water is very warm. I'll be down to swim, but I didn't bring anything. This is a traditional house in Al Buraimi.
Yes, traditional.
Let's go inside. They were made with mud.
Yes.
Mud,
yes,
wood.
Yes, of course. This building about mud.
Yeah.
And it's too much. 100 years ago.
Yeah.
More than that.
100 years old?
More, maybe more.
Yeah.
Yes.
Very nice.
And still, until now, it is good.
It's Omani sweet, cashew and walnuts.
Walnuts. And this?
This is with honey.
Honey.
Honey with
And this?
saffron
Saffron.
and rose water.
And this?
This is with brown sugar.
Brown sugar. And this? Peanuts.
No, not with cashew.
And this?
This is the normal one with sesame seeds and walnut. This is with saffron and rose water. Rose water from Jabal Akhbar, smoked.
Saffron.
Saffron and rose water.
Wow. Very nice. I cannot describe the taste, but it's really good.
Pure
original
So
taste.
this is the original one.
Yes.
I'm gonna taste the original one. It doesn't have any additional. It doesn't have saffron.
Yes.
Doesn't have honey. It's
Doesn't have a
brown
honey.
sugar
Brown sugar.
and ghee. Omani ghee.
Omani ghee. So this is the base for all of them.
Yes.
Is brown sugar and Omani ghee.
Yes.
Before 15 years, 60 years, they don't have a lot of materials for using and mixing for the halwa, this sweet. So it was like this, pure.
Yeah. Very good. It tastes very good. So here are all the names with the prices per kilo. It goes from 5 to 10. So he's trying to make a deal for papaya or melon. Not sure.
Davida,
because he's checking out.
You want this?
No, no. Traditional reservoirs for water. I saw the very same one in Sudan. Used to have like a string with the cup and just drink from the clay pot. Good morning. And this is exactly where I spent my night. It was a great afternoon with new friends in Buraimi. It's 20 past 9. Back on the road. The whole city is asleep. Very few people on the road. It's Ramadan. Today, without killing myself, I'm trying to do a bit of distance. If the wind allows, because it's a bit windy. Today I'm in the middle of nowhere. There is this mosque, some coffee shop. It's closed obviously, and there is a grocery store. Obviously it's closed as well. Today is slow progress. I don't know. I just don't feel it. I only did less than 50 kilometers. Let's say 50 kilometers. Ideally, I would have liked to have done at least 15 kilometers more. But the good thing of Oman is that you find lots of water. Sometimes outside people's home or at the mosque, they have this reservoir. But they have also, they are filtered, so triple filter. You can see this one, it's a bit slimy with green stuff that grows into the water reservoir, but they are chilled, so the water that comes out is cold. So yeah, I know your question is, do you filter it ulteriorly? No. I drink it. If it's good enough for the locals, 90% of the time it's good enough for me as well. Alright, now I chilled here a couple of hours. I have cold water, plenty of water. Let's keep going. Now I turn left. I think a car burned down here. Or a van. That's my wild guess. Maybe this shop is open. Coffee shop. Going down for a little bit. I think there is a little village further ahead, but I'm not gonna let go of this opportunity. Supermarket. I would say market, no, not supermarket. Let's see what we got here. Chickpeas, full beans, peas, mixed vegetables. Got a couple of those. 1 hour to sunset, 1 hour to iftar. Let's push. With 79 kilometers. I think I'm pretty happy with my progress. I think should be able to get to 90 easily. Look at this body, little body. Well, I got some water at the top, chilled. The rest of the warrior. Tonight I found a campsite a little before dark. I think I'm gonna Pitch my tent here. This dry patch of mud is perfect. Ravioli is cooking. Good morning. I'm sitting down in the same position where I cooked my ravioli last night. It was pretty good dinner, I have to say. But it wasn't enough. I had like a big portion of ravioli, but then I took the can of minestrone that I got at the other shop and I throw it in some of the broth with tomato sauce, and I had a can of that as well. So this morning I don't have much food. I have a can of chickpeas and some cookies. Back on the road, literally. Love this landscape. First 10 kilometers are done, 11 kilometers, almost 12. The good thing I can see some houses there, and there's so many that there should be a grocery store. It has to. Here it is. Here it is. Fucking hell, it's close. Okay, this other shop is open here. Okay, I admit I might have exaggerated with the food. Now I have 2 cans of chickpeas, 2 cans of white beans, a case of these they call crackers, they look like wreaths. I got 3 or 4 of these fruit cakes with raisin and stuff, and 2 bananas. Let's keep going. Today we eat a lot because yesterday and even the day before yesterday I don't think I have eaten enough. So today a lot of food. I got a can of Sprite and a can of Pepsi as well. All this food was €5. No, €5.60. If I had arrived here last night, I would have got food. Iftar. We got water now. Water. White beans cost 0.3, as you can see here. They're not very white, but they're called white beans. Now I'm gonna put a little bit of pepper and, if needed, a little bit of salt with my salt and pepper. Life in Oman. It is a bit sandy. Let's see if I can avoid inflating my tires. There. This is very rural Oman. But I'd be surprised if Omani people lives here. It's probably people from India, Pakistan, Bangladesh.
Take a look at the map.
It's 2:30, 62 kilometers. Decent progress. I'm not gonna kill myself in Oman to do 120, 130, 140 kilometers. Try to enjoy it. To be honest, I'm not even sure I have it in me to do 120 kilometers. It's getting warmer, still adjusting to the country, 3rd day, and we get used
Next, keep left.
a little bit to the country. Keep left. think there is water somewhere here. Let's see what the water situation is. It's not really chilled, but it's cool. Actually, around the corner there was the chilled one. Found it. Also taking advantage of the plug. Charge my power bank and my phone. Great stop at the mosque, I would say. I had another can of chickpeas, 2 little fruit cakes, half a tablet of electrolytes,
Now
and
take
a
a
nice
slight
tea
left.
from Mercadona. So I charge a quarter of my power bank and also half of my mobile phone, I think. These 2 bananas are sweating in the plastic bag, but when I bought them this morning, I thought they were ripe, but they're still a couple of days away. Back on pavement. It's quite hot, but when there is a bit of wind, the wind is quite cool. When there is no wind, it's a nice heat, about 33 degrees. I'm inside an oasis. Mostly dates palm. And I saw some bananas, I saw mangoes, mostly dates too. Figs. Inside the oasis they have these canals, and they open usually in the middle there. If you can see, there is the main one, and then they open and close, and they bring water everywhere. In between the palms also sometimes they do in some place, I can't here now, but they also grow some vegetables, some lettuce, cumin for example, spices. Right, that's the end of the oasis. What a difference. Desert, desert, desert. And the oasis just behind us. Like 200 meters. Look at the difference. This is the traditional houses in mud, stones. I got some more provisions because I'm starting a more challenging route tomorrow, I think. More morning. I'm not sure what's the provisions like. So I don't know. Tonight I'll have a can of chickpeas with tuna and tomato sauce. That's it. I was feeling in the mood for tuna. I never eat tuna because it's full of mercury. Maybe once a year. So this is the time, I guess. Maybe less than once a year. I remember the last time I had tuna. 30 minutes to sunset, 30 minutes to iftar. Last push. I already did more kilometers than yesterday. So the rest of the warrior. The bike is the warrior, I'm not. It's 1 minute to sunset, or it's probably sunset now. I think I will camp here. There's a bit worry, but yeah, should be fine. I'm always a bit paranoid when there is this gravel, that there is maybe something puncturing. But usually I put the ground sheet and then I press with my hand to see if there is something that might puncture my sleeping pad. Alternatively, There is finer sand here, kind of dry mud. Oh yeah, it was a long day today. Yeah, it took a few breaks, but not long as yesterday. I did 5 kilometers more, 100. I passed the 100 kilometers mark, and then I saw a turn off and I got off the highway. So I think it's 100 kilometer, 0.7.